Good Monday. Good to see y'all. Listen, y'all. If y'all don't know, this is TFG Tonight, and I'm your host, Mr. Haynes. And this is the best morning show that you can watch at night. Y'all listen, that's Devin, that's Lee, and that's Kenny.
I'm trying to be nice.
Black said we got two Americans.
Say to my brother Black, man, I think you could be a preacher. I ain't never heard somebody that use a curse word and then read a scripture right after. You know?
So let me state for the record, I am a misogynist. You know?
Yeah.
Pull out your card, Doc. He's
and I'm a chauvinist as well. Anybody who knows me knows that.
That's right. That is
Now I can go back to minding my own business.
true.
Either that boy is Benjamin Button or somebody lying.
And listen, and that boy may be mentally 12, but he's 34.
You bad boy, you don't do it again.
I'll let Black articulate a little bit better than that.
Nope.
Okay.
Never mind.
Laughter is good for the soul. It's like medicine, right?
Yeah, for real.
That's all I gotta say. I wish I had one of them applause buttons to, like that. What up, everybody? It is Friday, and I am loving it. Just so y'all know, sister's coming. She put all her money on her vacation. She just never put it on her technology, and so that's all good, right? But hey, Carl, good to see you.
What's up, CC?
Everybody's doing good, and Lee and Kenny is getting ready for their holiday season, and I am too, but I won't waste time because there's a lot going on in these streets. So listen, if we say something y'all like, by all means, please, there's a cash app at the bottom. Feel free to give. It's not a benevolent offering, but we'll take what we can. So we're gonna work for it, right? Yeah. So listen, I want to be clear about something. This man has only been in office for less than 11 months. My goodness, seems like he's been in office for 4 years already. But ladies and gentlemen, like we told y'all before, I almost played my video for him, Black, but I said I ain't gonna get real nasty but y'all, he done took away them food stamps, and here we are. And this is my issue, Black. Before we get started, what in the world is wrong with people who can't understand that he's in control over everything? He literally threw away. There she is. Hey, all right, that is.
Hey, what up, dude?
That AOL internet. We appreciate it.
I realized because I have a MacBook now. Sorry to interrupt y'all, but and you have to go into this through Chrome. I can't do it in Safari because Apple has all these firewalls, and I didn't realize I was in Safari the whole time. But
rich people's problems. All right, sure seems like it's been years. Yes, thank you, man. Well, good to see you. So, Black, here's my question: what is the delusion about with these people thinking that Donald Trump's not in control over these food stamps?
Well, because a person is smart, but people are very stupid. And our country's history is founded upon people liking to have their ears tickled. It works in politics, it works in religion, and it works with world leaders. We don't get Hitlers and Mussolinis and dictators without people following blindly to their death, and you see it in all manners of life. And so, again, it's a bad combination of we have a whole generation truly that don't understand how politics work. Hell, if I'm going to be completely honest, the fucker sitting at the top of the food chain don't understand it either, but he finds himself there. So, when he repeats something multiple times, but you have the midterm elections that we just experienced the other day, you have people running on platforms with the masses not even understanding, to your point, that he's still in charge.
Man, listen, sister, this is now the longest government shutdown in American history. Mm-hmm. And he literally is sitting there eating had a whole party while these folks sitting up here struggling, trying to get to these food pantry lines. What you think about all that, sister?
Is it mean that I don't give a damn?
Mm-mm.
Because
Mm-mm.
but the people who didn't vote for him, I don't want them to suffer. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Like, but I also see a lot of people in the communities like coming together to help as far as food and things like that. But what's funny to me is he could literally go to his low income people, I'll say MAGA folks, and eat a whole spread in front of them while they eating bologna sandwiches, and they would still kiss his feet. I don't understand it.
Kenny, they got so mad at us when Tom Hanks did this, impersonation of a Trump supporter.
Yeah. On
What a
Saturday
lie.
Night Live.
Yeah, what a lie at y'all. I don't understand. The boy ain't letting y'all eat, and y'all turn around and try to blame it on somebody else. What a lie. I don't know. What can we get Sesame Street to come explain this to these fools? It's Trump who doing this for y'all, man. So okay, go ahead, Ken.
I mean, to kind of use football terminology, he's running Adolf Hitler's playbook. If you
That's right.
know your history.
That's right.
He know how to get people to where he can get martial law. You hit people where it hurt. You take their food away. You start doing things like that, and you start wreaking your government power. And he wants to be the run the whole show. So I mean that's basically what he's doing. But I think this has exposed that we aren't the face of SNAP. I think this whole thing is exposing that we aren't the biggest faces on this thing. So all those that voted for Trump, a lot of these veterans, a lot of my Caucasian brothers and sisters that live in rural areas, that live in red states, that live in the South. I'm kind of like Lady D. I do have a little compassion, but you know what? I'm gonna keep walking my fish and flying my dog because goddamn it, y'all voted for it.
Yes, sir, Black.
Yeah, and I gave the numbers last week. Literally, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. But a big part of the great hoodwink is that we created this monster. When I say we, I'm talking about this country. What does it say that even on the SNAP benefits, the Supreme Court has ruled that he has to do something, and he's saying, fuck you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for years, we've operated under the premise that if the Supreme Court says something,
right,
but this didn't happen overnight. When you've allowed him to stack the Supreme Court with justices that think like him, when you elected him for the first term and he wasn't required to disclose his income and finances, he's built up a system of defiance. So are you honestly having a problem? Basically, he's saying, I don't give a shit.
He's the Wizard of Oz, and Oz is being exposed. Miss Carol, there are a lot of I think a lot of white people know the struggle. They call them trailer park, but go on, sister.
Carol, the thing is, I think you're referring to like our generation and then some of the older like millennials. The younger people, they don't know how to struggle because they've been talking about cutting off food stamp benefits for a few months now. This isn't new. We didn't find out that they were going to cut out SNAP benefits like a week before they did it. My particular mom's generation of growing up, we would have went. It's not like it's a hurricane and the shelves are bare. Like the food is still at the grocery store. Just hearing about it, we would have started stocking up on rice, beans, like a bunch of. My mom, when we was broke, used to freeze bread. You'd be surprised the things we did to be resourceful. You know what I'm saying? It's the younger people for some reason who don't know like the true struggle. Like that's the face I've been seeing a lot on TV. Obviously, that's the face they want us to see, but crying because they don't have food and things like that. But I just remember growing up knowing how to make a dollar stretch. And it's like the younger folks don't know how to make a dollar stretch for some reason today.
In the words of Kevin Hart, y'all gonna learn today. So listen, I want to tell you all something about Donald Trump that maybe you all don't realize, that this is going to pretty much turn out really disgusting for us. Donald Trump is known for one thing and one thing only, and that's bankruptcy.
Thank
And
you.
what
Yeah.
and what I'm telling y'all is Donald Trump don't know nothing else but how to file for bankruptcy. Now I just don't know what the country gonna look like when America has to now file for bankruptcy.
And
Because
it's
that's
on the
all.
way.
Because that's
We
all
had
Donald. Yeah, that's all Donald Trump knows is how. And now y'all gonna find out that the America is going to learn how Donald Trump filed for bankruptcy. So I just want y'all to know all the accolades, even his wife getting immigrant getting Patriot of the Year. I don't even understand what that means, but whatever. But I'm telling y'all, Donald Trump is going to be known for being the first president that has allowed America to file for bankruptcy. Kerr, what you say? Flour, cornmeal, cars? Yeah, that's what we know. But again, I went and bought me some bologna the other day. Ate me a fried bologna sandwich. I did. I said, let me kind of remind myself what's gonna go on, because it is what it is. So y'all just be careful out there in them streets, man. But I will say this: there's a reckoning coming, because New York just voted a socialist as their mayor for the first time. so again, folks got something to say, and y'all can only fool with the dummies for so long and call them stupid all you want to. But yeah, he's a little nervous about them midterms, and rightfully so. So
yeah, because what the Democrats cleaned up, they won a governorship in Virginia, and
not one of them lost.
Big races,
New Jersey, again, but y'all, when y'all get it back, y'all better not be playing around, because we ain't gonna.
That's the big one.
Yeah. So again, we'll see. Ain't nothing like a good old yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Especially when it's fried right. Mm-hmm. All right.
Go ahead. No,
listen,
sorry.
Yeah, listen, y'all. Neo, they here now. The iRobots are here. I don't know if y'all seen that commercial, but yeah, that's a big old Teddy Ruxpin to me. That sister, you got more money. You get one of them?
Whatever. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm a little too black to be the first one, but what I want is for somebody else, like a few hundred people to buy him first. I want to see if he takes some people out or get the FBI in somebody's house or something, because he's only 20 grand. I even looked up the price and what he can do. He can lift up to, I think, 50 to 75 pounds. He can do all of like your chores. I was thinking of getting a dog. He could probably take the dog, let the dog out when I'm at work. Like I'm just thinking about what he can do for me. I'm paying these lazy ass housekeepers to clean my house once a month, and I'm still seeing cobwebs and shit in the corner. Yes, I hire a housekeeper, like there ain't no kids in my house, but that's my business. But I'm contributing to the economy. But I was thinking about, I need I need Brenton or Ken to get one. It's only $200 down, and y'all see. I'm gonna see if it's good of the night, and if y'all survive for you,
whatever. All I can think of is Poltergeist when I see this thing. Kenny, you remember them old commercials, right, where they tell you, look, it's the handy dandy and it do something right, amazing.
Yeah.
I looked at the house that this fool was cleaning up, and I said, my house don't look like this. Fool, you gonna trip over the toys and all the other stuff that's on the floor. So Kenny, I don't think that's a realistic situation that they're putting this thing in, trying to sell it. I ain't seen nobody's house like that.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, they got the woman, what's this fake woman, Brother Black, supposed to be getting here in the next couple of years. I mean, the robot woman. So I mean, why not have a butler? I guess this is gonna be the new Jeffrey. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be cleaning up. And to answer Lady D question, hell no, I ain't got none. Lady D, you crazy. I ain't getting ready to pay you putting up $20,000 for those robot. Nah. I better get my ass up and clean up my damn self.
Hello, and that's the problem, right? That's what it is. Black, is he gonna be able to cook that marry me chicken?
The answer is yes, eventually. So I'm gonna talk about the fun part, but there's a scary side to this.
It is,
and a real side to this. Now, as we laughing and we're enjoying the novelty, there's a couple things you got to know. Neo, it's 10th generation. We're that far behind. There are active videos right now of Japan, Korea, China. They way past the Neo.
The 10th generation, yeah.
They way past that. We're behind. We're playing catch up in every possible category. This bullshit make America great. I've been saying this for 15, 20 years. We haven't been great folks in a long time. We don't
We've
invent
never been
shit.
great.
We don't discover shit. We don't do shit. We're famous for being famous.
Yeah.
And now here's the scary part, folks. Anybody who think it's an accident that the cities that are being militarized are being selected, there is a reason why troops are being sent to Memphis, Tennessee. There is a reason why the link memo from Amazon, and they're trying to push back on the fact that it got leaked that they are planning on getting rid of 600,000 jobs. They already have test sites in place. Walmart is projected to get rid of close to 300,000 jobs. This is just the first step in getting you comfortable with it.
Yes.
How many of us remember when Alexa first was introduced and the Echo Dot, this, that, and the other, and now it's standard in terms of it's integrated into our cars, into our TVs, into our homes. We are being indoctrinated slowly and getting comfortable with this because they're about to take our place.
Yeah. No, I agree 100% with you, but that looked like a big old Debo, man. I don't want that. I don't want that
Because
thing.
we are behind. That's the clumsy version.
Yes.
And if you go look at what's happening in those other countries, their hotels and industries, and they're already being run by robotics.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I don't think, for me, I don't think black people gonna want to do that. I mean, I remember black people.
Let me make one last point. I'm sorry, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the big difference in those cultures, though. And don't believe me, don't take my word for it. Look this up on your own. The difference between China and Japan and those countries using it, they have integrated robotics not to replace humans, but to aid them more.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to end up doing it to lose. We're going to lose jobs.
Right.
Like always, we do shit ass backwards.
Right.
Welcome to America.
Please, for sure. All right. Well,
very good point. Very good.
Yeah. No, I will say, just at the end of the day, I don't think black folks are scared to turn the lights on when it's thundering outside. So I know they don't want no monster in their house. So yeah, I should be careful. What you say? Thank you, Carol. Please, I appreciate that. Yeah, we always want y'all to hit that like button. But speaking of like, Costco, what are you thinking? Apparently Costco is trying to become innovative in their thought process, but I think, some people are too smart for their own good. I want to read y'all what their plan is. Costco wants to offer emergency food kit designed to last 25 years for the right sum of $2,999. Sister, if you need an emergency kit, I'm sure you don't have $3,000 to give Costco, right?
Yeah, that's stupid. You can just go buy a bunch of ramen noodles and oatmeal, and there's so many other things you can do for your food to last a long time. I mean, it's like they're selling MREs. They don't even cost that much.
No. Kenny, what could you even think would be in a 25-year? I mean, I barely get meat from the meat market, and right. I eat that food for 3 months. I don't even. We got stuff in that freezer from them butchers, man. We still ain't ate it. What you gonna? Ain't nobody eating like that.
That's the interesting thing. What is included in this $3,000 25-year food basket? I don't know. I don't see the logic in anybody going out to buy that. But I mean, considering the environment we in right now under this administration, it's probably preying on some people's fears. So I could see some people feeling some type of way and going and buying it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
like Lady D said, but I could see people going out and getting it.
Yeah, well, to answer your question, it says this food kit will feature 5,400 freeze-dried meals that can stay fresh for up to 25 years. Listen, I done handed out some of those meals on wheels.
Would you really want to eat something that could last for 25 years anyway? Would I really want that? I don't know. Not me.
Man, listen, the Armageddon gonna have to happen for somebody want to buy that kind of food. Black, I know you're a survivalist, right? But I don't know. I don't even think most people gonna even last 25 years. Even get that even pay it off. I don't.
You actually hit my trigger word, Armageddon.
Yes.
For those of you who may not know, I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, we know.
And my brother from another above me, you said something. I'm just going to take it a step further. I do think it's preying on fears. I
Yes.
truly do. But my conspiracy behind this is, why is Elon Musk, when Trump took office, partnered with him, and he secured all of the government contracts, and we know that space exploration is where he's going. For me, is it an accident that all of a sudden, are you talking about survival kits for the next 25 years? What are you sons of bitches planning on doing to the rest of us down here?
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
That's a good thought.
It's gonna be some cannibalizing going on around here. Y'all
Damn.
mad at them chitlins if you want to. Y'all be eating some vittles if y'all don't understand. It's gonna be some problems. Man, Costco, I mean, you might want to put that up, man. I think in Costco, like the sister to Target.
It's kind of like a knockoff Sam's.
Mhm.
Well, Walmart is Sam's.
Yeah.
It's a knockoff Sam's.
Yeah, I think it's like
Mm.
But I'm saying I know Walmart is the Sam's, and I thought
Uh-huh.
Costco was the Target, but I don't know.
Oh, I don't
You might
know.
be right. You might be
Oh,
right.
all they gotta do is get Trump to endorse it, and they'll sell out.
You right. Hey, speaking of which, did anybody ever buy that? Didn't he have like some gold shoes or something? He was.
God,
what
yeah, he
was that?
did.
What the
He
hell
did.
was that he was selling? Gold shoes.
And he's selling
watches,
coins. He's selling
Bible.
coins.
Yeah.
Tops or something. Basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how'd
Bibles.
that go?
And he sold them. He sold them quite a bit.
Listen, but they running out of money because them people that's buying them was on food stamps.
Yeah, right.
Probably right.
Damn so is. How about
You're
eating
right.
them?
You're
Can
actually
you
right.
eat them MFs?
You're actually right.
How about eat? Can you put them in your belly? Put
Yeah,
them in
so
your
they
belly
keep-
and smoke it.
They'll sell them kids, but they sell them shoes.
Right.
Everybody that was buying this food stuff was on food stamps, man. Come
Yeah.
on, dude. Y'all
Yeah.
tripping, man. Anyway,
Yeah.
Trump, you done shot yourself in the foot. I know it. Well, I'm just saying, TD, that's the only people that would be dumb enough to buy it. The people that just dumb enough to say Trump didn't take
Right.
taking my food. So well, you know, it is what it is. So all right, Costco, see how many people y'all get out of this survival kit that y'all think gonna last for 25 years. I mean, it ain't even survival at that point, right? It's just like
Right.
living. So, whatever. All right, y'all. Well, it's Kenny's time, and we're gonna have to we're gonna have to ask the family just to take us through this situation because we were built for the hard conversation. So, my brother,
Yeah, this is gonna be a serious one, man. We if you've been hiding under a rock, I'm just gonna jump into this thing without the preliminaries. Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Nealon tragically passed away at the age of 24 on yesterday. Some of the details we do know that Frisco Police Department in Frisco, Texas, if you don't know where that is, that's in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. It's a suburb. They were trying to make a routine traffic stop. Mr. Nealon would not stop. They called in Texas DPS. A pursuit started. He would eventually lose the officers. He would crash the vehicle he was in. He would run off into the woods, according to the media report. Some hours later, the police officers would find Marshawn Nealon dead with a self-inflicted gunshot wound, according to reports. So autopsy still has to be done. Now, this all comes on the heels of this young man just on Monday night scoring his first touchdown in his professional career. If you watch the game between the Cowboys and Cardinals, they blocked the punt and he recovered in the end zone and celebrated with his teammates. And now this young 24-year-old man is gone. TMZ Sports was able to get a release of the 911 call. His girlfriend called Plano Police Department and asked to do a welfare check on his apartment. She was afraid he was going to do something. She said that he has a history of mental illness. They did the welfare check. He wasn't at his apartment, obviously, and then obviously you know what happened after that. So here we are, man. Sound like this young man has dealing with mental issues. And I'm gonna start with our expert, our health expert. I want to start with you, Lady D, because I I asked Brenton about this, and I, when someone is dealing with mental illness, is there any physical or signs, anything as a health expert that you can tell if a person is really physically dealing with some sort of mental illness?
The fact that she said she was worried about him means he must have given them some sort of signs that he may harm himself. The problem is you have two types of people who are prone to cause this kind of harm. You have the one person, and I'm not saying this is what was going on with him, but I'm gonna say the boy who cries wolf.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's always going through something. People are, he's always kind of hinting that he would harm himself. He may not be one that takes medication. It may be something bad went on in his life, and like the relationship or whatever, and then they make threats. But sometimes people don't take them seriously. And then family feels guilty after the fact. But I know multiple people myself who do this every time every time something comes up, usually when they're in the wrong, I'll be honest, they make threats. And so after a while, you're like, I don't know. And then, but the people that are truly this way, they sometimes give you nothing. Like they tell you to look for people being content, happy, giving away items, telling you how much they care about you, how much they love you. You may get a hug from somebody you hadn't got a hug from in 10 years. And they just seem like in a really, really good mood. And then next thing you know, they leave you and they harm themselves. And in that case, those people are shocked because they're like, I thought everything was better now. He seemed like he was fine, but they have just come to terms with what they want to do and they're at peace. So there's two different ways to look at it. And with him being young, a lot of younger people are the ones who put a lot of their stuff on social media. They send like texts with little hints that I don't even want to be here anymore. I know several people in that generation who act this way. And you don't know when you're supposed to take it seriously or not.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Because I just wonder, I had always thought about that, about is there physical signs outside of what you just said, Lady D?
And what's sad is if she would have gotten the authorities to come and get him, they would have taken him to a facility, kept him no longer than 72 hours and released him. And he still could have caused harm to himself. So that little 72-hour hold, I've never seen it make a difference with someone actually harming themselves.
Yeah.
And normally those people, it's not even their first time doing it. Yeah. Like I'm sure, I don't know, and I say I'm sure, I'm not sure, but most people who do it, it's really not their first time doing it, right? They've attempted on multiple times trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's so convoluted because the word. I'm sorry, you didn't ask me no question yet.
Yeah, no, but that's a good question. I mean, I think this is a conversation we need to have because I think we've seen it in the last probably 20, 25 years. We're seeing more African American men. I'm not saying women don't either. We're seeing more African American men commit suicide, I would say, in the last 25 years that we've ever seen before, just because different pressures and different things. But Brother Brent, I want to ask you this. You played football. And you spend a lot of time with they become your brothers, man. How do the Dallas Cowboys move forward with this?
I even forgot that Dak's brother did it.
Yes, and Solomon Thomas too, another offensive lineman. He lost a brother to suicide as well.
Yeah, man. So again, one of the things that I believe is not only a blessing but a curse. It's our ability to forget. Like that's bad. Like when forgetting is dangerous, when you forget what you've seen happen to other people. Like until another shooting happens in an elementary school, y'all forget about Sandy Hook. That's a problem. It's like, why we do something again? Or again, when something else happens like that in that other little town where the kid was I can't think of that little town, but that stuff, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna call it, but Uvalde, right? Again, you forget, like I forgot the name. So again, that's a problem for us. One thing I will say, man, like I was gonna just say about this, like we have convoluted the word depression so bad that again, you don't know who to take what seriously. And I'll just be honest with you, it's just based on the people that person is around. Like if that dude was in my circle, there's no way, especially if I know how he is and I know what's up, like, bruh, you can't go nowhere without me now. I'm with you. Like I'm going to do, but everybody not doing that, right? Because that's not what everybody does. And so again, I'm not putting pressure on people to say do that, but I'm just saying for the people that's around me, that's what I'm doing, right? Like my kids, you're going to have a hard time doing something like that around me because I'll be done choked you. No, I'll do it for, again, but it's sad because again, like Devin said, people who cry wolf, it hurts the people who's really in danger. But it's again, like I said, you just don't know when. So we got to be more proactive, man. Got to be more proactive.
Brother Black, a lot of remembrances have been coming out since the death of Marshawn Kneeland from the NFL brotherhood, because even though you play against each other, it's still a brotherhood. And one of his teammates, Wanye Thomas, he posted something that I found very interesting. He was close to Marshawn, and he said that some fans have been in his DM basically saying, well, now you guys should play better. You have someone to play for. Wow. He said, I could care less about that ish right now. This is Wanye Thomas. He said, I just lost a brother that I bled, sweated, and cried tears with. Y'all so caught up in the sports stuff that y'all MFs forget we just like y'all. Well, I expect that from y'all.
Wow.
Are you surprised that fans do this, Brother Black?
No.
Not at all.
And
your thoughts
what
on
I'm
that?
about to say, I don't want to trigger anybody. You guys made some brilliant points. I've become desensitized to a lot of it, and we don't have enough time to truly dig into this, because so many points were made that were very well. My best friend that I ever had on earth, he did what you mentioned, Lady D. Night before he died, this is a Marine, hugged me and said, "Man, I love you." Hours later, he took his life. And I found out subsequently, after going in his apartment to do a death notification to his parents, that he had given away all of his belongings. So you were very accurate there. And in July, right before I went on vacation, one of my friends here took his life. And he was supposed to come on Real Talk for Real Men. We were talking, and as far as I could tell, he was just happy as could be, but he took his own life. Where am I going with this? I'm not surprised, Brother Kenny, because we've become desensitized to this. And I talk about this even in my world. If I died tomorrow, my job might spend 10 minutes. Did you hear what happened to Freddie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so sad. Let's take a moment and now get your ass back to work.
Crazy.
That's the world we live in.
It is.
And then I look at his age, 24 years old. So when I hear my brother Brenton talk about how he would deal with those in his circle, but look at the age group we're talking about. We have a generation that's been raised without the connectedness that we were raised with. Right. They communicate in short characters and speech and technology and typing and texting, and the entire world is on social media. It ain't real unless they share it with the world. And so for me, we're all suffering from mental health. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful, but I mean it in the truest sense. I share it with my people who follow me. Do you guys realize how many times I drive around where a feeling of melancholy and a deep depression comes over me, and I have to fight my way through it? My brother right up above me deals with it on a regular daily basis. And some kind of way, we have to go on every day. We find reasons to go on because our generation, we were taught to cope with certain things. But if we're going to be honest about it, we're all suffering from mental health. And the shit that we're going through on a daily basis, waking up being Black, doesn't help. But when you have a 24-year-old man, by all accounts, who had the world at his fingertips, had just scored his first touchdown on national TV, and he should be living in that. But I wonder, was he taught coping skills? When I did a little research, his mom had passed.
Yeah.
So he has no one.
Recently?
Yeah.
2024. She passed 2 months before he was drafted in 2024.
So he's dealing with all of those things, you know. But to your point, we have these trigger words. Whenever something happened, now to Lady D's point, well, this person is suffering from mental health till we get desensitized to it because it doesn't mean anything for us to truly know who is truly dealing with it. But I promise you, the person you sitting in front of me, I suffer many moments of depression. I cope, I deal, I get up, I move on. I find there's reasons for me to go on. And I personally think suicide is one of the most selfish things that you can do. But I don't mean that to be disrespectful in any kind of way. But it hurts me to my core that even my best friend left me. He left me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we're here to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get it, Black, but I also want to be a proponent to those seek help. I know some people don't believe in therapy and all that, but if you ever feel like you're in a place where you feel alone, there's a suicide hotline. Give it a call. If there's somebody you're really, really close to, call them. You know, we may can't help you get out wherever you are, but we definitely going to be a shoulder for you to lean on to help you through this, whatever situation it may be. Yeah, so this is a tough thing. The Cowboys were on a bye. I guess, you know, if it I'm not saying this is a great time for it to happen, but they were on a bye. So now they come back on Monday. The Cowboys will come back on Monday to practice to get ready for their first game versus the Las Vegas Raiders next Monday night in Las Vegas. So, you know, they're going to be rallying around each other and, you know, playing for their lost brother who left behind his girlfriend, his dad, and 2 siblings, if I'm not mistaken. Again, he did lose his mother in February 2024, just 2 months prior to him being drafted. He wore her ashes in a necklace during every game. So, yeah, this young man was dealing with grief and losing a mother. And I'm an expert on that, and so I can understand probably what he was dealing with.
Right.
So there you have it. We're gonna continue to send our prayers out to his family, man, and condolences, send our prayers to the Dallas Cowboys organization and the NFL family.
Before you get us to the next thing, I just want to share with the viewers. We have a pact amongst each other. These 4 faces you see here, we got each other. We tell each other all the time. So when we need to talk, Lady D, Kenny, Devin. But I want to extend that to Toria, CC, anybody watching. Look, please, like Kenny said, if you feel in some kind of place, my fat black ass know how to listen. All you have to do is ping me. I can shut up and listen. I promise.
Man, he's right, because we've talked, and damn it, he has shut up. Believe it or not, he has shut his ass up. Okay, I had to give us a little bit of. I mean, it's a little melancholy. I had to bring energy,
right,
especially now when I get ready to tell y'all what happened last week with our picks.
Good Lord.
I'm the same way. When you want to talk to me, I'll listen. You got to tell me if you want me to say what I really think, because
right.
We're going to have to sell these tickets for y'all then, because my goodness, ain't nobody believe that.
I don't say a word.
All right. Coming new attractions, Devin and Lee. Yeah. All
so
right.
do y'all really want to know what y'all records were last week? Or do y'all
Let's just move on to the new picks. Let's just move on to the new picks.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyway, just like a teacher. I don't dare. Yeah, y'all all got F's. God dang it. I'm going to go tell you. No, here were our records last week. Brother, it's gonna be quick. Brother Britt and Brother Black, y'all were 0 for 3. Y'all ain't get none of them games right. Me and Lady D, we were 1 for 2. So there you have it.
It was that bad, CC.
It was that bad. So now our records are: Brenton, you are 14, 12, and 1. Devin, Lady D, you are 16 and 8. Brother Black, you 500, brother. You 13, 13, and 1. And I'm still leading the pack at 18, 5, and 1. So there you have it. So, all right, so let's get into our week 10 picks. We got the Jaguars, Jacksonville at 5 and 3, without Travis Hunter for a few weeks. He's on IR. At the Houston Texans, 3 and 5. who I think CJ Stroud will play this week, but he was knocked out of that game last week with a concussion. All right, brother Brenton, who you got? Jacksonville Jags 5-3 at the Houston Texans 3-5.
I'm gonna go with the Texans.
You going with the Texans? All right, Lady D, who you going with?
The Texans.
Going with the Texans. Brother Black, who you going with?
I'm going with the Jaguars.
Going with the Jags. All right.
Oh my goodness.
You like, what the hell I got to do?
Right, we got yeah.
I'm going with the Texans as well. So all right. Second game, we got the LA Rams 6-2 at the San Francisco 49ers 6-3. Brock Purdy will not start. It will be Mac Jones again. Brock Purdy don't look like he gonna play at all this season anymore. But anyway, 6-2 Rams at the 6-3 Niners. Brenton, who you got?
Yeah, they won't put him on the IR though, but I'm gonna go with the Rams.
You going with the Rams? Okay. Devin, who you got? Lady D?
Niners.
Going with the 49ers. Brother Black, who you got?
Niners too.
You going with the 49ers. I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah.
I think the Rams are gonna get them.
Yeah.
All right, last but certainly not least, we got the defending Super Bowl champs coming off a bye. This is the Monday night game. The Eagles at 6-2 at my damn Green Bay Packers, who's coming off that horrible loss to them damn Carolina Panthers at 5-2-1. Brenton, who you got?
Is AJ playing?
Yes, as far as I know, he is. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Eagles then.
Going with the Eagles. All right, Lady D, who you going with?
Eagles.
Lady D is going with the Eagles.
Eagles.
Them fly, Eagles fly. Them
Eagles
damn
too.
dirty birds. Black, who you going with?
I'm gonna go with the Eagles too.
All right, boy, I tell you, boy, family ain't y'all ain't about ish. I see how y'all are.
We trying to catch up.
I see how y'all. I'm going. Y'all know I'm going with my Packers because I will say
I
this
got
about
burned by the Packers.
I would say this about the Packers. They play down the horrible competition, but they play up to good. They beat the good competition and lose to the mediocre. So anyway, so I'm going with my Packers. All right, so that's the sports segment for tonight, and I'll pick threes.
Thank you, sir. Miss Tori said Jacksonville 49ers and Eagles. All right, Miss Tori.
Gotcha, Miss Tori.
Look here, Miss Carol. I definitely want to just acknowledge.
Yes, about
what
we saw.
through.
Yeah, acknowledge that. Yeah,
and so definitely praying for you and the family. Grief is never easy, and so thank you for sharing. Because, again, it helps us. So, and Miss Toria, how are you doing? She said she counting ballots. All right,
she counting ballots. All right.
I was so pissed off voting the other day, Toria. I really thought I was going in there to vote for somebody. I was voting on some bullshit.
That's it.
On propositions, right?
Should illegal immigrants vote? I don't give a shit. What the Democrats at? Like, I was so frustrated.
Okay, tell us how you really feel. Thank you. So, all right, y'all, listen. I wanted to ask AI a question, and I'm gonna just get on into it because listen. I start with the women first sometimes, and then I start with the men sometimes. So it's just the women's turn now. But I wanted to ask AI, what are some things that women do to turn men off? Yeah. So next week I'll ask, what are some things men do to turn women off? And so I want to see what you guys think. I only did 3. Thank you. Good Lord.
Please just don't get her started.
Right. Maybe you know what? I see probably one of her things in here for sure. All right. Well, listen, it says number 1, when women try to get men's attention, it says certain behaviors or approaches can unintentionally come across as less appealing or even off-putting. Here are 3. It says playing hard to get or being overly aloof. It says some women believe that being distant or unattainable will make men pursue them more aggressively. However, this can often come across as disinterest or disingenuous, which can frustrate or confuse men. Authentically, it says, authenticity, and clear communication are generally more attractive than games. Sister.
I just don't find much that turns y'all off. I'm sorry. Like approach, not approach. I just ain't because I'm gonna use me and a really good friend of mine, for instance, when we would go to the bar and I'm supposed to be a wingman, but I'm really bad at it, right? Because I don't want nobody talking to me or in my face or even in looking in my direction. So I get an F as a wingman. But she is the type where a dude can walk up or be near her. She rubbing his head. She telling him how pretty his lips are. Like she over the top with the approach. And I've never seen somebody get turned off by either one. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's usually coming up to me saying, "Why you look sad? You like no dumbass shit." Like I don't know. Bro.
Okay. Well, hey Sherry, good to see you.
What's up, Sherry?
We got smiles on our face. Okay, Kenny, playing hard to get. Is that a problem?
Yeah, it's definitely a turn off for me.
Okay,
I don't like
there you have it, David.
I don't. I mean, if you give me any inkling that you aren't interested or you just trying to play this time, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, no,
I don't care how fine you are. No, I'm good.
Men want attention too. That's real.
I just at least show that you're interested. I mean, if you want to play these games, damn, we ain't in grade school. Come on now, we ain't in middle school. If you are, you are. If you ain't, you ain't.
Right. All right. This is our resident male gigolo here, sir.
I agree with my brother. In 2025, this is absolutely true. And it's funny that Brother Kenny said play them games. There was a time, if we go back 20 years, I would have been up for the games, because you guys were approachable and it was part of the chase, this, that, and the other. And there was a value in saying that, man, I'm going to get her. But where we at now, I'm with my brother 100%. It's bad enough that we don't know how to approach you, and it's the whole disconnect. So any pushback that you plan aloof and hard to get, and it's not a Capricorn thing anymore. It's a man thing now in 2025 that it's what's led to homosexuality and some other shit, because a lot of men now are like, I'm good. I'm not going to work that hard. It's not worth it.
Yeah, that's the truth. Okay, number 2, it says excessive flirting or over-the-top behavior. I'm gonna see how they miss these words. It says, "Wow, yeah, right." It says, "While flirting can be fun and engaging, overdoing it, especially if it feels insincere or overly aggressive." I don't know about that. It says, "Can be a turnoff. Overly flirtatious behavior or trying too hard to impress can come across as inauthentic or desperate, which may make men feel uncomfortable." I think some looks would come into this, but we'll see. Sister?
I agree. I've seen it. I've seen women turn off dudes by just being like way too over the top, too aggressive and chasing them, and especially being like inappropriate sexually and stuff like that. I just noticed that some men have personalities where they want you to kind of sit back and be kind, but almost be chosen. I hate to say it that way, but it's the truth.
Okay, well, look at this. Look at here. What's up, Dad? I'm too old. Don't play with me. But I'm telling you. I mean, Kenny, am I lying? Listen, the more attractive you are, yes, the more we will endure more. But if you dog ugly, yeah, don't listen. Stop playing before I get up out of here. So I'm just saying. I think that got to do more with looks. When it comes to that, but go ahead.
I'm with you. It depends on how good looking she is.
Yeah,
she's good looking. It's not a turn off for me. It doesn't make me feel some type of way. It'd be like, okay, I'm with this. You with it? I'm with it too. Now, if it's somebody that
you barely putting up with, right?
Yeah, if it's somebody look like a booger wolf, I'm gonna be like, now you know what? I feel violated. I'm about to call the police on you because I feel like you assaulting me. Leave me now.
Yeah. That's the caveat I think AI missed. That's gonna be determined by how well you look or don't look to a man.
Yeah,
that's gonna be how much you put up with that. I don't know, but all right, Black.
So in 2025, that's not a turn off for me.
Okay. What year was it a turn off?
Because looks was never the big factor for me. if your hygiene is on point, you got a fat ass, and you obviously doing all the flirtatious thing, absolutely. And to David's point, I'm gonna go the opposite direction, David. I am too old, so I'm not gonna club hop. I'm not gonna follow you up. I don't have the patience for the text and all that kind of stuff. So if you giving off that clear vibes, you want to cross this threshold and let me stuff something down your head and tail, then I'm all for it. You know. And again, as long as you ain't, you know, I'm a fat man, so I can't deal with a fat woman. What two fat fuckers gonna be doing together but eating? But as long as you kind of relatively in good shape and that pussy don't stink too bad, then you know, let's go.
He said,
This is a test.
Oh my God.
Brother Black said it could be bad, but it can't be too
Right.
bad.
I mean, my God. I thought I was gonna make the whole show without going off. Miss Toria, ain't that third degree family right there? She said I threw an apple upside this dude's head.
He looked hungry.
Oh, y'all trying to defend somebody. That's
Oh,
what I'm talking about.
Miss Toria
I don't
hit
think
me
that's the
there
type
with
of
an
aggression we talking about, Miss Toria. But that's but yeah. I mean, listen. If to Devin's point, if nothing turns a man off, I'm sure he was really ready to get at your skin when you threw that apple on him. So
yeah,
be
for
careful.
real.
All right. Okay. Right. Lastly, it says focusing solely on external validation. It says if a woman constantly seeks attention or validation by emphasizing her looks or material possessions, it can come across as superficial. This can make men feel like they're being judged based on external factors rather than genuine connection, which can be a turnoff. Ultimately, confidence, authenticity, and mutual respect tend to be the most attractive qualities. Sister?
I agree, and ditto for men too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hear. I don't know if I agree with the part that says this makes me feel. I don't care what. If you all you think about is materialistic things, I don't feel judged by you. If you don't like what I got, move on. That's how
Yeah,
I feel.
but if a woman talks to you, I don't know about men, of course, I'm not a dude, but if a woman is talking to you about materialistic things, she's just trying to see if you can keep up.
Yeah.
You continue to provide these materialistic things. That's what that is.
It's-
Mhm.
I agree with this one. It's definitely a turn off for me when a woman is continually throwing materials, her degrees, her independence.
Yep.
She continuously throw that in a conversation.
Mhm.
That's a turn off for me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't even have to ask Black. Y'all got to pay to come in his apartment. So I'm just telling you, I just it don't even work like that. But go ahead, sir.
I agree with my brother. This is a major turn off to me because that means nothing to me.
Yep.
And that is one of the quickest ways to turn me off, to be honest with you. And I hate the idea that some of them feel threatened, that some call threatened. We don't, ladies,
feel
let's set the cat out the bag. We don't care
Mm-mm.
about your education. Lady said a minute ago, we're very simple creatures by and large. And so, you know, to your point, Lady D, if you're trying to see if I could keep up with you, you know, that's really gonna turn me off anyway. It's hard enough working and getting to whatever level in my private life and in my social life. That's the last thing I want to constantly hear about. We on the grind and we got to be ambitious and I got this and let's get that.
With my ladies,
That is
I
a
don't wanna
complete and
just-
total turn off to me.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know. I've been out the game a long time, but some things just don't change. And so again, if you all about that money, you better go find you a dude that just like that, and just know you ain't gonna be the only one on the list. So again, I've seen relationships like that, man. It don't last because guess what? Hard times will come. Then what you doing?
Or the flip side, if that's the motivation, the moment that either one of them see a way to upgrade, that's what the relationship is built on. Because you're constantly looking at, well, what the next guy got. I would much rather you meet me and I'm dressed like this and I'm driving my little Nissan. You don't know what my place looks like. You don't know what my income is. You don't know what my savings look like.
Right.
You know, so if you're materialistic and that, we can never work.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right. Well, thank you, AI. We'll deal with the fellas next week and see what goes on, what turns these women off. Apparently, everything
According to the lady D.
According to Devin, everything turned her off. So anyway, all right. Listen, y'all. This is what y'all wanted, right? I watched Roy Wood Jr. on Shannon Sharp show, and man, that's one of the best interviews I've seen Shannon do, man. So if y'all hadn't watched it, man, I mean, he was long-winded, but he was pretty
I watched the
informative.
clip that you posted, which was very interesting.
Hey man, and listen, brother, he dropped a few nuggets. You know what I'm saying? And so I like this one because he articulated the situation appropriately. So I just want you all to take a look at Roy Wood, and then let's talk about his position and see what we think about this. Y'all check this out.
Met anybody in despair though, bro? Like legitimate hopelessness to the point where they have no choice, or they feel they have no choice but to buy a lie. And then the embarrassment of saying that you're wrong was too great, so you have to buy the next lie and the one after that. So of course a farmer is never gonna come out right and go, yeah, I didn't know that this was gonna happen, because they're gonna get slapped in the face with "I told you so" to no end. And they too scared of the embarrassment. And I'm not going to be the one to tell liberals, yeah, you shouldn't be mean to the people that are suffering who voted for Trump. Well, they're suffering too. You passing law, like if the administration is passing laws that make you feel a certain kind of way, yeah, I'm going to hate on you for voting for them.
Yeah.
So I get where that comes from. Get that shit out your system. I think.
Get that out your system. And that's what you need to do. And unfortunately, that's what he has done. Y'all are gonna get the "I told you so's" because again, we here. But the problem is, Black, and I love the way he articulated this, because he reminded me of sometimes the way you be approaching things. Like, he literally said the fact that y'all don't want to admit, I've said this a long time, y'all don't like to be embarrassed, and y'all don't even want to admit the fact that y'all just been embarrassed by this grown man who's going to bankrupt America. So,
you sure have.
Lee Black, what you think about that articulation?
Again, I hadn't seen this interview, and just catching up on the context of what he's talking about, I agree 1,000%. I'm just probably even more ahead of it. I am at that. I am that "I told you so" stage. I am you getting exactly what you deserve. I'm okay with that. You said something, my brother, that I love. You said when he first got elected, I want you to keep that same energy.
Yes.
And I feel completely that way. Now, when you come to me, and we're discovering now that the very people you was hoping to hurt, but you're gonna hurt your own, you get no sympathy from me. We jokingly said about "eat those sneakers and coins." I have no compunction whatsoever sitting in a Zoom meeting, and when these sons of bitches complain, this is me.
Love it. That'd be
You get no sympathy from me.
Yeah.
I have no compassion, no words of comfort. You can't buy your mother medicine. Fuck your mother.
And again, sister, this is the thing. It's not that we're being insensitive. We hurting too. And we hurting with the fact that we like, hey man, we told y'all this gonna happen. So that's the balance that people are not, y'all, they missing, because again, it's not the fact that we are making fun of your demise. We're all in the same boat, dummy. Go ahead, sister.
Here's the thing though. We think we're saying "I told you so," but there are, I'm gonna say, a few people on my Facebook from my hometown, and and they're from my generation. And I did not unfollow them because I like to hear what they're talking about and see what they said. I don't comment or, anything like that. But they're advocating for everything that's happening right now. They're advocating for food stamps to be taken away because they see it as a Black and brown problem. They're mad that this new mayor or whatever is Muslim, because I guess the Muslim gonna leak on them or some shit. Like they don't see what we see now when they're at home at their kitchen table. Do they, are they honest then? Maybe, but out loud, they're still like, there's like a brokey meeting that they have together on social media. It's just the broke asses with the houses that you can tow away and shit, talking about still how great their person is. I don't understand it.
You know,
But
that's
I
a
like to
mindset.
see it. I like to know who people are.
Yeah, Kenny, that's a mindset, right? Because again, you go and help some homeless people, they get upset at you for trying to help them, and it's like, where do your brain go when you think like that? That's to me how those people think. It's like that's delusional. But go ahead, Kenny.
Well, I think Roy Wood Jr. He expressed it so eloquently. I totally agree with everything he said. And again, America got exactly what it wanted, and I've said that from the very beginning. But now those MAGA rats, now y'all crying all in front of the television camera. You don't know how you're gonna eat next week. You don't know how you're gonna pay for insulin and all that. He done us wrong. Donald Trump was always a rat. He just did fooled y'all. What made y'all think a reality show guy that's bankrupt his business, that's cheated and lied all his life, was gonna come in here and give a rat's ass about you?
But you got to keep watching, Kenny. You got to keep watching because he blames the Democrats.
But that's the smoke screen that he does.
They'll moan and cry, and then they'll say the Democrats need to.
Yeah, because he's got him. He's the new Jim Jones. Y'all remember Jim Jones?
Yep.
That people followed and they drunk the Kool-Aid. He's the new Jim Jones, and he got these MAGA rats brainwashed.
Yeah.
But now they getting ready to go hungry, and their stomach gonna be hurting. And they're gonna be like, "Oh my goodness, I can't."
That's the point I want to make. Lady D, you made a good point. You said even the ones you kind of still peeking on the page, and publicly they're still supporting him. And so that clip, the guy, he said that the farmer is not gonna say, "Hey, I fucked up." You know what I'm saying?
He's not gonna say
and
it
so
publicly. He's not. No.
Right. People's inherent nature is not to admit that they're wrong and that they rode the wrong candidate. And so there is a groupthink mentality of. I think, Lady D, they know they fucked up. I think they know that chickens are coming home to roost, but to publicly admit that, they don't want to fall in that category because how he got elected is, that analogy of Jim Jones is perfect. You know, like mice, they follow, even though you can literally see Jim Jones mixing a fucking batch of poison.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, Miss Toria, I hear you. And the words of my brother Lee Black, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So listen, there's a lot of people.
Yep.
Yeah, he said it all the time. So I'm with you, but I did appreciate that. Now, Dad, I will say this: she has wrong motives. She mad because they wouldn't let her run for Senate.
I don't trust her. I mean, she seemed like she's okay. What's your ulterior motive? It's something. I don't.
She mad. She mad because they told her no, she couldn't run for the Senate. She wanted a Senate seat, and so Trump told her no. So she ain't talking about nothing. She fall in that same
category. Her, Candace Owens, all of them. You don't get to change. Let me give an honorable mention. What's the former vice president? He died last week.
Dick
Cheney. Fuck him, and I wish I could piss on his grave. You racist son of a bitch. And so you don't get a do-over. Once you stand on that side, stay on that fucking side. So I will sit there and let you show up on the View, Marjorie Taylor Greene, but you're still a bad bitch, Butch Bounty bitch. I don't trust that bitch. And Dick Cheney, I literally stood up and did a little jig with my fat ass. And I hope that them ugly old motherfuckers, I hope you die too.
And Devin, you're up. I don't even know how to transition from that.
Well,
I thought I would never hear Lee Black say "Dick die."
Speaking of bad-built bitches, while attempting to mind my business, the widow of Chuck Kirk has been on social media, pretty much sucking J.D. Vance's dick with his wife right there in front of him, advocating for him. And I hate to say anything that almost sounds like I agree with Candace Owens, but them motherfuckers put him down and they had this all planned out.
You think
and
so?
Okay, she introduced him recently at a turning point event, saying no one will ever replace my husband, but I do see some similarities of him and JD. And she embraced him in a way that if I was his wife, I'd have a problem with that. And to me, he hasn't, I'm not judging how someone would grieves, but I just feel like if you truly loved your spouse, you're not immediately on TV dressed up, almost campaigning for certain people. I don't know. Ken, do you think this is kind of weird and we're going to see her running with him next year?
I think it's weird for that the mayonnaise people. No, I think that circle of MAGA people, I think they swingers and do dysfunctional stuff and incest and all kind of stuff. So none of this is surprising. I just think that's how they get down. And obviously Charlie Kirk, he's barely cold in the ground, and she trying to warm up old JD. She probably didn't warm them up. So they probably didn't warm up together. I ain't surprised if they ain't had a threesome in the White House, in the new ballroom, or whatever the hell Trump been built over there. Yeah, so it's probably a freak fest. And I really could care less about that Kirk woman and JD Vance. I don't give a damn what they do, be honest with you.
I'm telling you.
Black, although I also could give a rat's ass about these people, the conspiracy is this lady is up to possibly be a running mate for JD Vance for the election when Trump is done. Because, that's usually the way it goes. The VP runs for president, and she would technically be his running mate, is what the people who support Chuck Kirk believe. Black, have you heard this? So you think there's any truth behind it?
I actually believe it. So maybe I'm again falling into that conspiracy. From what I've read and educated myself on it, I do believe he was set up. I believe he was a pawn, political pawn. I believe the whole thing has been a smokescreen from Epstein files. But I absolutely believe that once they made her the face of this movement and elevated him to that status of a martyr, she saw an opportunity. And this is where my brother from another, this is my brother. This is where great minds think alike. I've always believed internally white women marry different than black women marry. I believe in my soul, black women marry for love. I believe white women are strategic when they choose a mate. And I don't think it's always necessarily for love. And I think because of that, there is not the connection between, and they don't have the same moral character when it comes to cheating. Working with white people my whole adult life, there's a different mindset when John, Maureen has slept with John, Joe. She used to be married to Jim. It's different. We have a different code. Black women, hell, I got black friends where they won't even introduce me to a friend because that's taboo, that's off limits. And so to Kenny's point, I don't think there's the same moral taboo there that if she was to sleep with him and he'll sleep with her, because I think they think more strategic, that we could partner up. Does anybody in this room believe that Melania Trump loves him? No, he got some immigrant bitch and brought her over here and set her up for power. And they, if you can't see that they have a actual deal that she wants really no part of it, but she plays her role. She don't want him touching her. It's been reported he stinks, literally fucking stinks.
You can tell,
like a fucking odor, and I believe every part of it.
You can
and
tell.
So even this new bitch Kirk's wife, she don't give a fuck about this dude. There's an opportunity to be had, and since they've elevated him, she's going to ride that till whatever that leads to.
Yeah, I feel like he smells like somebody that's been in a nursing home for 30 years.
Good Lord. Why not 29 years?
I don't know if you know about the Bad Built Bitches Coalition, but she's a member now. And do you think there's some dirty behind just the way that she's moving? Like I say, we can't tell someone how to grieve their spouse, But I just feel like a person that's truly grieving a loved one don't show up as quick as she does doing the thing that she does.
Now, that is a good point. I mean, she is the white version of Olivia Pope, and I guess this is a Hallmark Lifetime version of Scandal. I don't know.
Oh wow.
So
That's a good
yeah. So
good
you know,
comparison.
yeah, you know, again, at this moment, you're right. No, I'm thinking about real love. When you see love, a spouse dies one week, the other one's gone in a week or a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's that love, right? Again, you think about things that we've seen, right? That nah, man,
No.
you don't want. I remember seeing my aunt lose her husband, and we were all in her house, man. And before we went to the funeral, she says, "I want to talk to my family because I'm not saying anything at the funeral." That's real. Like you don't. That ain't what you don't want. I don't want. I don't have the strength. I don't have the nothing. So yeah, this is that weird stuff, man. It's that stuff you pay on TV to watch, pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, JD wants his wife to become Christian, and they over here caressing each other. Man, listen, y'all keep that over there.
What you mean, JD's wife? What?
Yeah, he wants
she's
her to
not Christian.
convert. Yeah.
What is she?
She's Hindu.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
So JD Vance's wife ain't.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Neither is Trump stanky booty ass wife. Like
I didn't know Vance's
Yeah.
wife.
Trump ain't either, so let's not get into it.
Yeah, right. I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, man. So again, we don't. I don't even play in that atmosphere. Again, I didn't even know there were no Patriot Awards, and all of a sudden, all these white people getting all these. Man, do y'all thing, y'all. Just
making shit up.
Yeah, just keep it over there, man. It reeks. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I appreciate black people, because we have healthy skepticism, where you can't listen, man. You ain't selling me everything. And that's a show I ain't watching no more. That's on Tubi. I ain't watching that.
I agree. Well, it's like the Scandal show is literally coming to life in 2025 with those people. But I just hope that the MAGAs aren't still as stupid as they were before when these people run. But I don't know, maybe I'm giving them too much credit. And Toria, I'm with you on Funky. I think that he wears his draws until all they can do is throw him away and give him a new pack out the package. I mean, just Funky for no goddamn reason. They wiping his ass properly. They probably bought him up today. He don't use it. And ain't nobody touching that. Ain't nobody. I don't give a damn how much money he got. Ain't nobody touching that nasty ass man. Now I can like mind my business.
Hey, Lady D, didn't what was the chick that he got busted with making? Was it Stormy Daniels? Didn't she say he had a?
Yeah,
she said something funky about it.
Yeah,
she said he had an odor. Yeah,
she said he had an odor.
Listen,
that was probably nice. She probably could have said worse. She probably, she probably didn't talk about his streaks and them selling like earring backs and shit. I mean, he just looked gross, y'all. Just
okay, thank you, ma'am. Well, we're equal opportunity show, and we don't do that left and right. We don't do left right here. So again, I always give space for Trump supporters, and here's an announcement for one of our Trump supporters.
I'm sick of that. I don't need to know about that. I'm sick of that.
All right, thank you, sir. And that's one of Trump's favorite supporters, MAGA. Again, so I'm sorry, I'm tripping. All right, y'all, listen, it's that time again, and I toggle between my conversations, but I felt like I wanted to go here with y'all with this one because, again, we all have good days and bad days, right? Mm-hmm. And so I was thinking, on a bad day for you, right? If you're having a bad day, and, we clearly know women have emotional moments, but women like to say we have our emotional moments. And that's fair. I'll give it to you. But if you had, when you were on one of your emotional moments, if it was a roller coaster, what would the name of that ride be? If you was having a day and you was feeling some type of way, what would be the name of that roller coaster that person would have to ride on? And I have a question to follow up with that. Lee, you got yours?
I got
okay. Kenny got his. Kenny? What would be the name? What would be the name of your ride if you had to say I'm having one of my emotional moments?
The silencer.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay, and what happened on that ride?
I'm not really saying much.
Mhm.
I'm deep in thoughts.
And how long would that ride last?
And probably writing, because a lot of times I write when I'm deep in thought.
You're writing
So,
about that person?
yeah. Or how I'm feeling, not necessarily that person, how I'm feeling.
Oh, okay.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
So
But yeah.
you're having
I'm being
introspective moments.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, sir. Okay. Sister, what would the name of your roller coaster be?
Probably the invisible, because I just want you to act like I ain't there. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't come near me. Just pretend I'm invisible. So you get to ride the invisible.
How long does that ride last?
It could last to the next day, depending on how pissed I am.
Good Lord. I'm telling you, all nighter, huh? All right. Lee Black.
Mine will probably be act right.
The name you're right.
Mine probably be careful and act right. I'm a lot like my brother on the bottom. I'm quiet. Don't say nothing stupid, because again, any little thing, just keep it. Don't say nothing stupid, because I'm trying to stay in my little space here. Get on and get your ride and go on about the business.
Okay. Well, let me ask this question. Tori says she gonna
whip ass.
Whip ass.
I know you were just throwing an apple at a man.
I thought that was what Lady D would have said.
I love that.
Right. So, Devin, let me ask you this question, just as a balance. Are emotional roller coasters, are they healthy?
No.
Okay. So why do we allow people to get on them?
Well, it's not that when I am on an emotional roller coaster, it's to save the people around me. It's not for me, it's for them. Because my tongue is, it can go too far. And very few people have experienced me when I go too far. I don't know why. Other people can fall out and talk shit and say things and they get over it. When I go off, it's like, we still talking about it in 5 years, what I said on whatever day that night. So I rather shut up just because I know following this roller coaster will be peace for everybody.
Okay.
So it's just my non-confrontational personality is what it is.
Right.
I'm very passive aggressive. I'll admit that.
I would agree that I can definitely see that. Yeah. So Kenny, let me ask you this then. So is emotional roller coasters basically for people who are like, are they struggling with maturity or what is that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think emotional roller coasters mean you're human. I think we all as humans, we deal with certain situations, and every day isn't going to be sunny and every day ain't going to be rainy. So yeah, you're going to be up and down. So I don't think being on an emotional roller coaster is unhealthy. What I do think is unhealthy if you continue to stay on that roller coaster and don't figure out a way to be able to balance yourself. Then that becomes unhealthy, because now you're affecting all the people around you.
Yeah.
So
right.
So that's my thoughts on that. And then too, I think women get a pass. I think they can have emotional roller coasters. Men can't.
Well, you gotta punch
that's a
the
whole
ticket.
different conversation.
Yeah, you gotta punch that ticket to get on that. What you say?
I beg to differ.
And say I already knew who buttons I was gonna push when I said that, because I already knew she wasn't gonna agree.
Why do you differ? Because I want to hear this.
Well, because I think y'all go on emotional roller coasters too. You just don't like to call it an emotional roller coaster. You say, I don't know, y'all have your own. Well, you may say you pissed me off when, but we know it as being an emotional like roller coaster where you have to vent or y'all pout and sulk a lot and just different things like that. I just think you may define it differently, but it's the same thing because everybody is going to, their outbursts or their emotions show up differently. Everybody does.
Okay.
Again, but I think men can't do that with their woman because their woman be like, I ain't got time for this. You got 40 seconds to get this off your chest. After that, I'm done. Didn't somebody say that? I know somebody that said
Depends
that
on what
on
man
that
you're
show.
talking
Didn't
about. Like
somebody
if
say
you're gonna
that?
be all in your feelings and crying and shit, ain't nobody got time for that. But if you really in your feelings about
but
I mean,
if we don't give y'all that space to cry and say woo 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 woo,
I will listen,
then
but
we
let
ain't
you
loving our woman.
do,
You see
but
what I'm
not
saying?
I'll pat you on the head or whatever you need me to do for that minute. But it just depends on what you woo woo wooing for. If you woo wooing because they messed up and gave you a different ice cream, you want a pistachio and they gave you matcha, shut the hell up. Ain't nobody got time to hear this shit.
Now you know good and well ain't no man gonna be
legit
boo-hooing over
like
no
you
ice
lost
cream.
your job. I can hear that because y'all do get angry over little things that I see as little, like a flat tire or a car needing repair, and you get all pissed because it like to me that's little shit. That's life. But I've seen people have outbursts for those types of things, and I'm like, that's just energy and anger. You could have. That's like that's 15 minutes you took off your life off of that outburst. I mean, your car still broke, it's still ragged as fuck. You still got to.
So my emotions don't mean anything then.
They do. They do.
I love you, Lady D, because you
know
said
I'm broken.
like
you know I got problems, Kitty. I'm not the normal.
I love it, but
I need help. I need a white lady in a chair with a notebook. I ain't normal.
Ain't nothing wrong with you. So, Black, let me ask you this then. I want to say this. So, should a person date or even be with somebody who triggers their emotional roller coaster? Like, is it?
Well, that's the tricky part.
Is it your responsibility to mature through it? Or
so that's because I love the question, but so if you're intentionally triggering it, that's a problem for me. But to Kenny's point, I think the emotional roller coasters are a natural part of a relationship, and I actually agree with Lady D that men, we do have emotional roller coasters, but I agree with my brother Kenny too. We don't have the space to exhibit it, but we do have it. I think it was OJ's song say, every day the sun doesn't shine, sometime it has to rain. So things are gonna happen. I think that builds character in a relationship. But to your point, if you're triggering it and once you know that that's a trigger, so that's where the intellectual intelligence comes into play. You should know your person enough that I know this triggers her. So why then would you go there?
Right.
And that's where I'm going to go back to my Lady D's point. You said you make me laugh because we get in our feelings about a tire, as this, that.
And we do.
Yeah, baby, that's serious, because, where like we got to get out there now in that hot sun, break a tire down and fix this shit up, especially when we told your ass you shouldn't have been driving on it anyway. But okay, that's a whole other conversation. So, but and meanwhile, you're angry because you can't find your makeup or some stupid shit like that. But okay, we gonna let that go. But that just it. Once you know that person, and we started this, you asked about a roller coaster ride. If you know that when I'm in my feelings, it's best to leave me alone.
Yeah,
it's because I'm like Kenny. I'm gonna be quiet, and I'm also like Devin. I have a treacherous tongue. So if you don't want to get that unleashed on you, do the bare minimum around me. When you know that, oh damn, okay, he going through something. When I was married or even in relationships, there were hours where we walked around, don't say nothing to each other.
Yeah,
and I think my thing is, don't try to figure it out for me. Let me go through it or whatever. Give me some space and I'll be okay. Because to Kenny's point, I know you don't want to hear me bitch and moan because you ain't gonna give me the space to do it anyway.
Yeah. Miss Tori says she thinks they're normal occurrences, but you need to leave the people who try to maliciously take you there.
I agree.
I will say this again, being in the same relationship for 2 decades now. I used to subscribe to the fact that I don't get on those rides. Like when my wife would have them, I just don't ride them. Right. That's number one. But here I am now in my mid 40s. What I've learned is an emotional roller coaster, and y'all can disagree with me if y'all want. It's a form of temper tantrum, if I can just say that. But at the same time, it's driven by motivation. it's a motive behind your desire to express that type of emotion, because there's either something you want or something you're not getting. There's a motive behind it. And again, when you change your perspective on the motivation, like I am at the space now, my motivation is peace. So I have no desire for these rides anymore. So like when my wife is on one, I just sit there, almost like when Lee talking, I just.
And that's because of you knowing your
wisdom
too.
That wisdom,
and wisdom and maturity and growing in your marriage
with the same person, right? So again, it's difficult. It's difficult for when y'all dealing with multiple people,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, you trying to figure out what the name of the ride is, right? So
I love
at that point, man, I just we were talking about it earlier, right? What we too old for. I'm too old. I ain't even going to Six Flags no more. I ain't riding no rides no more. So I'm just telling y'all, I ain't riding no more roller coasters, y'all.
Man,
emotionally or not. So,
I'm with you. I think I'm done. I think I'm done, brother. I think my kids is gonna have to put my ass in a nursing home when they get sick of looking at me, because I'm done.
Yes, sir.
That's a wrap. I'm done.
All right.
This no more.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. Just ask the little nurse to
give me my royal bath and I'll be done with it.
My God, Sherry, we ain't asking for your favorite hip hop song. Mine is Beat That.
Beat That. I can see it.
I know it. I'm sure he's still in handcuffs since last time we talked to him.
It can't wink. Hey, blink your eyes.
We ain't checked on it.
You okay? Blink your eyes.
Oh my God. So anyway, all right, y'all. Lee Black is coming to y'all in his beautiful flannel, grandmother's house.
Paul Bunyan. Paul Bunyan is in front of the mic.
Sir.
Come on with it, sir.
So when you hear that little phrase, I hope it reminds you of holiday season. Over and under and through the woods, to grandmother's house we go. We're past Halloween, folks. We are now officially heading into holiday season. Go out to your stores and you'll see it's happening. But I want to kind of talk about the fact that we are in we in those two Americas that we talked about, folks. The organic nature of this show was beautiful because at the very beginning, Lady D talked about, watching what's happening with the SNAP benefits and things like that, having to kind of reground herself to look at, how she might survive, and you touched on it, Lady D, about, our generation come a place where, okay, you see trouble coming up ahead, to shop differently, buy rice, buy staple food, that bologna sandwich, Brother Britton was talking about it, this, that, and the other. So folks, I want to kind of wake you up a little bit to some things that's happening, because that two Americas that's mentioned in this very theme of this show, we here now. We are here now. Now that the midterm elections have happened, we're in a different place, in case y'all don't know. And again, the organic nature, we talked about robots. Let me tell you what's happened. Since DEI, over 300,000 Black women lost their jobs to the DEI initiatives. And the layoffs that's projected to come by the first of the year, let me wake you guys up to this. Intel is planning on letting go of 7,000 jobs. UPS, 34,000 jobs. Geico, 30,000 jobs. Microsoft, 15,000 jobs. Exxon, 2,000. Chevron, 9,000 jobs. Estee Lauder, 7,000. Kohl's, Kroger, and Nestle, 6,000 jobs. Nissan is going to let 20,000 jobs go in the next coming year. Panasonic, 10,000 jobs. Porsche, 4,000 jobs. Price Waterhouse, 15,000 jobs. Starbucks, 2,000 jobs. I could keep going, people. Why am I bringing this up? We need to recognize we are in a different America, and what I hope Black people do is get back to basics. And so, do you remember the days when we had Big Mama around and we cooked and we learned how to survive and we had survival techniques? Do you guys know that we're the only culture on the face of the planet that is spread so far wide that we've lost our survival skills? Right here in affluent Atlanta, there's an area called Chamblee. You know what I see on Saturdays? I see Mexicans all getting out of one truck, and we make a joke about it. But you know what they're doing? They're using that one trip, that one mode of transportation to bring everybody to get their shopping done all at one time. But we've grown so comfortable amongst ourselves that we do things different. How many times do we pass a house in our neighborhoods and you see a really nice house and there's 6 cars sitting in the yard? Because everybody in the house, in that house, has their own vehicle, and now you got 5 or 6 car notes. Now, trust me, I'm not telling anybody how to spend their money. I'm not counting your pockets. But I am telling you that if you're watching what's happening here in America, the fact that they are trying to push fucking food on us that we might need in 25 years because we don't know what's going to happen, it's changing right in front of us. I'd even mention the fact that Walmart and Amazon are projected to together get rid of some 600,000 jobs to automation. And who's going to get affected by this the most? Us. And if we don't figure out how to get back to a place of basics and consolidate our resources, because we've grown so disconnected to where even a 24-year-old man took his life because we're not passing down to the generations how to cope and how to get in there and do things simple. Me and my sister Sherry coming home from school, you know what we ate? We had toast. We put 8 pieces of toast in the oven, spreaded some butter on that bitch, and you either put some jelly on it or you sprinkle some cinnamon. And that's what we ate before dinner was prepared. What does it say that in our time, a meal was built around one meat? We had vegetables, we drank water out the fire hydrant or played all day. We were healthier and all that shit. If you got sick, we didn't run to the doctor for every little thing. You took that tussin and took your ass to bed. If you had the sniffles, mama rubbed a little Vicks Vapor Rub across your chest and your nostrils. You took your monkey ass to bed and you went to school the next day. But we've gotten soft, we've gotten disconnected, and we need to reconnect with each other. And the times might come where we have to live with each other because we're now too good to sleep on the floor. But us right in this room, we grew up when you went over to grandmama's house or big auntie's house. Everybody made a pallet on the floor, children and adults alike. But we too good for that now. And I'm just sending out this PSA that, folks, the only way we're going to survive this shit, this attack on us as a people, as a race, as a culture, where we'll be trying to be eradicated from the face of this planet, we need to reconnect and get back to survival mode, pool our resources, and start to embrace families. Yes, even the motherfuckers that you don't like, but they need help too, because that's the only way we're going to survive and pass on in this new America that we are living in.
Thank you, sir. You definitely didn't go where I thought you was going. I thought you was going to tell us everybody got to go back to grandmama's house after this recession. I mean,
hey.
Okay, well, that's what's up, man. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. It is final thoughts time, and y'all know how we do it. Brother Kenny, you're never going to go last here, sir. So by all means, my brother, I don't even know what I'm doing. Take it away.
Back.
I know,
no pun intended. I'm like, y'all went back. What the hell?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, good to be back, man. It's so many things running through my mind. I was reading some of the comments, and I was seeing Miss Sherry, my sister from another mister, saying that she don't like a crying ass man, and I'm sure Lady D can agree with that. I just want us to normalize. Can men express themselves and not be saying that they crying? Maybe they just need to get some ish off their chest. Ladies, let your man normalize that. And don't blow him off that make you feel like, oh, that's unimportant. Again, men, black, and I said this during this Marshawn Kneeling story. Black men are committing suicide. Mm-hmm. And because you know why? They feel like they don't have a safe space. And that don't necessarily mean they crying. Actually, in a way, it does mean they crying out for help. Mm-hmm. Because we were raised, toughen up. Dust yourself off. Pull yourself off by your bootstraps. Big boys don't cry. That's how we were raised. I get that. yeah, you need a little bit of that toughness. But again, man, we also need a space that we feel like we can open up and be vulnerable too. So I get what Sherry and Lady D, I get what y'all saying. You don't want a man to just be so emotional that he can't be a man. I get that. But allow him a space to be able to say, you know what, baby, today just ain't been a good day for me. I just need to get this off my chest. So let's normalize that in our community, because I see it a lot where Black men, we feel like we can't talk and let our emotions out. So, and also, before I get out of here, Trump, that orange face man has made it where I feel like we got to start working together, Black people. I feel like this is a blessing in disguise, in my opinion. I think that this is a way for us to come back together and support one another, because this government don't give a rat's ass about Black and brown people. And the only people that give a rat's ass about Black and brown people are Black and brown people. So my brown people, my brown brothers and sisters, I know y'all was a lot silent when y'all thought it was just us. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all see, we were trying to tell you, they don't care about you either. Now you want our help. All right, we got you. Come on, let's get this thing together. Let's link up and let's take America back. This is our country anyway. It ain't theirs. They stole it too. This ain't their country. This is our country. So let's link up. Let's make it a happy Thanksgiving. Damn them Indians.
All right. That's why we let him go first, y'all. Miss Toria, I did not know this was an issue, but y'all people guys, they really feel some type of way about this stuff. All right, sister, you have the floor.
Okay, what I will say, Kenny, is what a lot of people don't know is because I've been researching this. This ain't bad, y'all. I'm starting off good. There are a lot of resources right now because of the SNAP benefits as far as ways to get food, different food pantries, different churches and organizations that are feeding people. The problem is we have a lot of people who are proud and they don't want to go to these particular places and ask for help, ask for food. They kind of want their SNAP benefits back. What I'm hoping happens as a result of this is people become more resourceful, because what I do know about food stamps from when somebody I know used to buy them is the money just rolls over, like it don't go away. So if you get $800 and you only spend $400, you're going to have $1,200 on your card the next month. So what I want people to do is to just be more resourceful and start like stacking up that money, because I know when I was in nursing school and I used to get food stamps, I still had money on my card for like 3 months after nursing school, because I guess because of the way I was raised, I didn't just blow money. And as far as you all crying as emotional as me, and look here, here's the thing.
There she is.
You can.
I knew she was gonna show up. I knew it.
You can express yourself, but if you can't be crying on every damn day that ending, why? All right, because everybody have a bad day. Everybody have hard times. If your boss yelled at you on Monday and you want to come home and cry to me because he yelled at you and you couldn't say nothing, all right, on that type of thing, you got about 30 minutes and then that shit is done. If you lose a loved one or a dog, I'll give you a few days. But we're not gonna just be crying and shit because you can't find your sock. We ain't finna be crying and shit because your car didn't want to start this morning. Motherfucker, call an Uber or something. I don't know what to tell you. Go rent a goddamn car. I mean, I just feel like emotion is good, but after a while, it starts to almost feel manipulative when you're crying all the goddamn time.
Why do
because
you keep
even
saying
grown
crying?
adult men, y'all ain't gonna say nothing. But if y'all's son was like 10, 12, 13, and he cried sometimes, you're going to embrace him. So now he thinks I'm supposed to cry all the time because look at this attention I get and look at this, what I get. So he going to be crying to you every goddamn day. And you're going to be like, look here, son, I get it. You got stuff going on, but don't be coming in here crying and shit. Like you want to suck your mama teeth. Like it's just too, it can be too much. Go to therapy, goddamn it. If you got to cry every day, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, go sit on somebody's couch and tell me if they're good, and maybe I'll come up there next week. But I ain't got time to sit up and listen to you cry every goddamn day. Like, give me a break. Like, go get your nails done. Like Toria said, go do something with your life to make you feel better. All right, y'all have a good day.
Okay, I think this is final thoughts time, but I don't know. There's another segment.
I don't know where crying came into this conversation. I
I'm
never
gonna be
said
short,
anything
then.
about crying. but-
Surprisingly, I agree with a lot of what Lady D said, because I think in 2025 we absolutely have too many crying ass feminine men, and I'm a chauvinist for sure. So I agree with her in the sense that if you crying every time you look up, I have a problem with that as well. Now, to Brother Kenny's point, depression, mental health struggles is real, and African American men, we already an endangered species, so I want to make space for that for sure. Because look, reach out to somebody. That part is serious, so I want to make sure I share that. But to Ladies D point, crying over every little thing. But I encourage a lot of these nasty, filthy, no good bitches that I post on my page. As long as you keep appreciating protein and sucking a good dick, then you can kind of solve a lot of those problems anyway. Now, my main part is on what Brother Kenny said, is that I think there was a benefit in the SNAP benefits being cut off. And it didn't bother me. For one thing, the government comes from my taxes first. So, I don't get to eat like some of you sons of bitches do. And every time I go to Kroger and I'm looking for butter pecan ice cream, it's always bought up because the sons of bitches coming there on the first, buying all the good food, feeding them kids with them teeth like fucking trees. And so I thought it was a good thing that some of you sons of bitches get cut off. These same motherfuckers you talking about, they're getting $800-900 of stamps and buying unhealthy food for these little fat sons of bitches, or these little bastards that's running around hopped up on sugar and stuff like that. It's not a bad idea if you miss a few SNAP benefits or you take your musty ass to work. And so I thought it was a good thing. Even though we ain't the main demographic, I love the fact that we're hitting a reset, because many of you motherfuckers are generational abusers of the SNAP system, housing too. And so a lot of you sons of bitches who laying up with your legs pinned behind your musty ears, having kids like you fucking puppies and shit, you need to be cut off of food stamps, and it's a damn good thing. And for the holidays, you don't need a turkey, a ham, and all this shit like that. Make one piece of meat to feed these little ugly sons of bitches, and now you have to think about it a little bit more. So some of you need your benefits cut. Now, for the veterans and the elderly people, those are the ones I worry about.
And for the
but
children.
you bitches that done had kids like kitty litters, you need to be cut off.
I think this is final thoughts time, but I don't know what.
I just want to say, I ain't say nothing about crying. I don't know why Lady D and Brother Black talking about men are crying. Then that ain't what, you know what, I'm done. I ain't said a damn thing about crying.
Kenny, it's okay if you cry. It's fine. You can cry about it. It's fine.
Brother Black, did I say anything about crying?
He did.
Okay.
He did.
I did not. This is a whole.
We missed last week, so we had all this.
That's what it was.
Okay.
Kenny, this is a safe space to be emotional.
I say now, don't patronize me, lady. Don't do that.
Kenny
Don't do
Litter.
that. Now you're being facetious. Now you're being petty.
See, when I try to be nice, y'all don't even take me seriously.
Because
you don't even know what it looked like. We don't know what it looked like.
We know you,
Lady
Lady
D.
D.
Sounds serious.
We know you, Lady D. You being petty right now.
Wow. We're gonna have to talk about this next week, because I did not know how big of a issue this. Like, this is why they allowed the shutdown to happen so long now, because there's a big divide in how people are looking at this thing.
Yeah, it is. And didn't we give a over and under, or how many days that we thought the shutdown was going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I said 30.
I'm winning.
It's been what, 35 now? 36?
Yeah. I said the longest. So I think.
Yeah, I think you did say the longest.
Yeah.
I think the longest it'll be is 1 more week.
Okay.
No, is it? I thought it was already the longest it's ever been.
Because it's starting to
No,
affect more
she
than-
think it's gonna.
I think another week, and then they'll reopen.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know either, but we will see. Miss Tori says she think 39. Oh no, it is day 39.
Oh, it is day 39. I think this is the longest it's been already.
Oh yeah, the history. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna do a final thought. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were doing. But yeah, I'm gonna do my final thought. Okay, so good. We're gonna pick up like we normally do, and just I'm gonna get this out the way. So I have a question for you all to think, please. So, ma'am and sirs, when I say, what do you do when your world is turned upside down? what comes to mind when I say
I
that?
drink.
Me too.
I cry.
And you say I'm petty.
I cry.
Oh my
I don't know
God.
how to. I can't talk about this to anybody. Oh my God.
Great comeback.
You know what? Where is Donald Trump? I need to game. All y'all getting terrorist. You know what? I can't. I'm gonna get some control over this government. So, family, can I sleep on you guys' floor? Why you need to sleep on our floor, Sherry? I don't know. I think that's a setup.
You sure
What
can,
Sherry talking about?
Sleep
Sleeping on
floor,
the
I'm
floor?
putting you
What?
out the front door because I feel like you a hell of a goer. You'll shoot the shit out of anybody that try to
What
come
the
up
heck?
my
What's
house.
going? Hey, what's going on, Brother Black? What's going on with Sherry?
And 2 guns.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're just gonna leave. Man. I'm gonna do my final thought. I'm gonna get my final thought out of there. Okay, so drinking, and crying. Yeah. Well, listen, y'all take this with y'all then, huh? Y'all just want that's up my final thought. Here it is.
Yeah, he need a drink.
Yeah,
You actually gonna need a neck brace now.
yeah. I feel like crying now, for real.
Oh man.
And he gonna need some. And he gonna need. Oh yeah, it's gonna carry over to next week. I promise you, guaranteed.
I gotta find that Michael Jordan crying meme.
Yeah.
You got that Michael Jordan
God.
crying meme, please, brother. Hey, brother, Jaden, you gotta have the brother. You gotta get
Yes.
the MJ crying meme.
Don't
I
you
got
turn into Clarice on my ass. We got enough of him.
Kenny gonna do a show. His segment next week gonna be about some athlete that just can't stop crying. It's just, I know it's gonna be something like that.
Clarice, just do it about him.
Okay, but listen, y'all. I just want y'all to know: anytime your world is turned upside down, please, by all means, hang on.
Yes,
Because
sir.
if you don't, you know what I'm saying, you see the results of not hanging on. So just
Yeah.
hang on in there when your world is turned upside down, and so that you won't have this moment of a Humpty Dumpty, right? Because again, that's how this thing goes. All right, y'all. Listen, this still in November. We got a couple more weeks, and we're gonna do some housekeeping, tell y'all how we're gonna end the year. But that's Lee, that's Devin, and that's Kenny, and we'll see y'all in a little bit. We out of here.